Hey everybody, it's Chet, and yes, it's another poll regarding a great classic rock band and some of our favorite songs from that band. We did it over the last several months about songs of the Beach Boys, the Rolling Stones, and more recently Pink Floyd, and now just ahead of what would have been Jim Morrison's 80th birthday, believe it or not, we're going to talk about our favorite songs by The Doors. You know, they only released 6 albums over the time that Jim was alive and they were together. They did it over the course of 4.5 years, 1967 through mid 1971. But with that, a whole bunch of memorable hits and some terrific deeper cuts, too. As with the previous polls, I asked a bunch of folks on Facebook and in some cases via text or email for their absolute favorite top 3 songs by The Doors and then compiled the results. I'll give you the recap in just a second. Now, yeah, I'm old, I know that, but I was just a kid when The Doors put out all of those great tunes. But even as a young'un, I really like those songs. Light My Fire, People Are Strange, and Hello, I Love You, the first 3 true hits that I remembered hearing. And you know what? I still like all of them and the other hits that followed today. I actually didn't own any of those early albums. At least I don't think I did. But I later did buy the 1980 Doors Greatest Hits. And then a little later on, I guess, well, much later on, actually, 2001, I picked up the CD version of the very best of the Doors. So it really wasn't until the internet became prevalent that I investigated the Doors' deeper cuts like, Ghost Song, Moonlight Drive, and oh yeah, The Soft Parade. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. I think that song scared me just a little bit. Anyway, what did all of you go with in picking your favorite songs by the Doors? I don't know if you can see it, but I got all the tabulations right here. Right around 60 people actually voted, and you guys, for the most part, did stick with the big hits, although there were some deeper cuts mentioned, including Alabama Song, Whiskey Bar, Backdoor Man, The Crystal Ship, Land Ho, Love Street, Strange Days, and Waiting for the Sun. Oh, in tabulating the votes, a first place vote was worth 3 points, a second place vote 2 points, and you guessed it, a third place vote 1 point. Once again, I had a really tough time coming up with my personal top 3. I ended up going with the underrated When the Music's Over at number 3, the amazing Light My Fire at number 2, and in the top spot, because I just love blues rock, Roadhouse Blues, particularly the live version that ended up on An American Prayer several years after Jim's death. So what were the results after all of the votes were counted? Well, popular tunes like Backdoor Man, Peace Frog, and Love Her Madly missed the top 10. Coming in right at number 10, the haunting, nearly 12-minute-long masterpiece, The End. At number 9, the early hit Hello, I Love You. 8, 7, and 6, Soul Kitchen. That one came in higher than I would have expected. And then People Are Strange and Break On Through to the Other Side. The top 5, all huge, very popular hits for the Doors that are still appreciated by pretty much all music fans today. Well, you can see for yourself. I'm going to put up the graphic showing the full top 10, actually, based on your voting. And yeah, check out this top 5. L.A. Woman in the number 5 spot, and then Touch Me, 4th. My personal favorite, as mentioned, Roadhouse Blues, that finished at number 3. Riders on the Storm was number 2, and taking the top spot pretty handily, actually. It was voted either first or second by 1/3 of all who voted, the great Light My Fire. Well, there you have it. If you like the Doors, there are a couple of tribute bands that have shows coming up in the Philly and New York area in the very near future. There's a new version of the old tribute band, the Crystal Ship, and a band known as the Ultimate Doors, the Doors tribute band that plays all up and down the East Coast. They're playing up at Penn's Peak on December 30th in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Hey, thanks everybody for voting, and thanks for watching. Long live the Doors.